Here's the beginning of your script lightly paraphrased, while preserving the original style, length, tone, and structure. Welcome back. And if this is your first time here, my name is Isabella. This is the place where we have honest, real conversations about attraction, female psychology, emotional connection, and how relationships truly function in today's world. And today, we're discussing something that a lot of men completely misunderstand. Many men believe that the more they pursue a woman, the more emotionally attractive they become to her. So they continue texting first, continue checking in, continue making themselves available all the time, because deep down they believe that if they stop, they risk losing her entirely. But honestly, what most men fail to understand is this. Sometimes the exact moment a man stops chasing is the moment a woman finally begins to feel his absence emotionally. Because when someone is constantly available, predictable, and always around, the mind gradually stops noticing them in the same way. But as soon as that energy shifts, suddenly her thoughts become louder. Her emotions become more active, and questions she never had to ask herself before start naturally appearing in her mind. Because what truly happens inside a woman's mind when a man pulls his energy back goes much deeper psychologically than most men have ever been told. The first thing that happens when you stop chasing is that her mind becomes louder, not quieter. And honestly, this is the part most men never get to see, because from the outside it can look like absolutely nothing is happening. So many men immediately assume she has moved on, stopped caring, or forgotten about them completely. But psychologically, that is usually not what's happening inside her mind. When your attention was always there, your presence slowly became emotionally predictable to her. Not necessarily unwanted, just expected. She knew you would text first, check in, remain emotionally available, and continue showing interest no matter what happened. And because of that certainty, she never truly had to experience your emotional absence. But the moment you quietly stop chasing, something shifts inside her. Suddenly her mind begins asking questions it never needed to ask before. Why has his energy changed? Did I lose him emotionally? Is he talking to someone else now? Why do I suddenly miss his attention more than I did before? And honestly, this is where many women start thinking about a man far more deeply than they ever did when he was constantly available, because absence creates emotional awareness in ways that constant presence often cannot. The second thing that happens when you stop chasing is that she begins questioning everything she thought she knew about you, and honestly, this creates much more emotional impact than most men realize, because certainty allows people to stay emotionally relaxed. But uncertainty forces the mind to become active. Before you were easy for her to understand. She knew you liked her. She knew you would reach out. She knew your attention would always be there. And because of that, she never had to think about you very deeply on an emotional level. You became emotionally predictable. But the moment that pursuit disappears, her perception of you starts changing completely. Now she starts wondering whether she misunderstood you the whole time. Did he lose interest? Was I too distant? Did I take his attention for granted? Was he actually more valuable than I realized? And honestly, discomfort creates emotional engagement. The moment certainty disappears, emotional curiosity begins growing automatically. She starts replaying past conversations differently. Small moments suddenly feel more significant than they did before. Even your silence begins carrying emotional meaning inside her mind, and this is where many women slowly become emotionally fascinated by a man they previously believed they had completely figured out. This is only the first portion. The full paraphrase is too long for a single response, so send a bar to continue, and I'll do the next section in the exact same style.